Alright, I'm gonna be honest. This is probably the best Raw Roulette I have ever seen in my life. I know it's been done before. I know that Roddy Piper did the same thing. But honestly, CM Punk practically stole the show. The matches, the matches were okay. The matches weren't bad or anything. And Raw Roulette really did surprise me. It surprised me highly, especially with the Divas match. I thought it was going to be another Braun Panties match or a pillow fight. It ended up being a submission match. Even though it lasted about over 5 seconds, it was still, it still intrigued me. I didn't really predict anything throughout this entire Raw. This Raw really stepped up from last week, and I'm honestly going to give it a really good review. But the one thing that stole the show, one person that stole the show was CM Punk. CM Punk literally broke the fourth wall. He did not care about what anybody said. He did not care about nothing. It came to the point where they cut his mic off and they cut off the cameras. CM Punk was pissed off, and it was a given how pissed off he is. And honestly, he has every right to be. I highly doubt now that he's going to take the belt with him because Vince isn't going to allow that. But if he did, oh my gosh, I'll be rooting for him because that would be completely awesome. The matches themselves, the way everything was set up, you know, at first I thought that the match that came on second after CM Punk's match, I think it was the Sin Cara versus Evan Bourne match that was supposed to be seen on Power to the People, but wasn't. It just seemed like that Raw Roulette was kind of making up for the fact that they messed up with um, Power to the People. So they were kind of, allowing kind of giving, an I'm sorry to everybody and try to make it the best Raw Roulette they could by having the same matches that came on last week, but then different stipulations, or just having the matches that they were supposed to be seen last week, like Sin Cara versus Evan Bourne, and saying I'm sorry, but I was kind of disappointed with the Sin Cara versus Evan Bourne match. Don't get me wrong, Sin Cara is excellent. He's very fast. He's very swift. Evan Bourne is very graceful in his movements. He's not as fast as Sin Cara, but he's pretty graceful. It kind of bothered me how Evan Bourne literally, I mean, he was being dominated the entire match. But Sin Cara really did pull off some of his moves fairly okay. It wasn't entirely bad. And Evan Bourne, well, I mean Evan Bourne, oh my gosh, his 5-star splash is like, oh my gosh, it's like graceful. It's like grace and air. I mean, seriously, it's just beautiful. It's not even beautiful, beautiful. I love the way that Evan Bourne actually does his 5-star splash. But anyway, as for the Big Show match between Big Show and Alberto Del Rio, I'm happy that that kind of ended because it needs to move on to something bigger, like Mark Henry versus the Big Show. Those two behemoths, oh my gosh, just the fact that they be going at it would be a really great match. And the one thing that kind of makes me laugh is the fact that he literally broke the steel cage in half. He took it apart after Mark Henry got in there and knocked him out. Mark Henry is pissed off, and I don't think it's just because of the fact of him getting hit by by Big Show. I think it's a lot bigger than that. I think he's real pissed off the fact that he's not being promoted like all the other people are, and I think he's feeling the same way that CM Punk is feeling. And but they just decided to take that and make it into a whole storyline, trying to bring in the personal into the whole story mode, which isn't bad, but I really hate it when they do that because when things are personal, they need to stay personal. But Mark Henry's case, he's going to be a dominant force in the WWE, especially with SmackDown. He's going to be a very, very dominant force. And especially this Friday coming up, he's going to have a lot of things to say, and I'm looking forward to hearing that. But all in all, CM Punk stole the show for me. And honestly, I'm going to give it an A. Yeah, shocking enough, I'm giving Raw Roulette an A, and it's all because of CM Punk. CM Punk seriously broke down the fourth wall, waved at everybody, did not care. And even Shawn Michaels said that in an interview that he had on the radio, that CM Punk was the kind of guy that didn't care. If he had something to say, he'll say it. So yeah, I'm giving it an A tonight. This is probably going to be the last time I'm going to give it an A. But anyway, if anybody has any objections about my ranking, and let alone any matches they want to talk about, please comment below. Um, as always, I am the Nature Girl 30. I will see you later. Good night.